Hi, the purpose of this video is to go over the in-text citations of your MLA format essay. Now, in-text citations are extremely important for two reasons. Number one, it gives credit to your sources so you're not plagiarizing. Two, it builds the credibility of your writing. So if you're writing an expository essay, it makes your information seem more believable. If you're writing an argument, it makes your argument seem stronger. So in-text citations are extremely important. There's two types of in-text citations that you can do. Parenthetical citation and introducing the source, and I'm going to show you both. What you see on the screen right now is a great example of a parenthetical citation. Now this person didn't have access to the author's name, so they very rightly put the title of the article within parentheses after the information that they used. Now ideally I'd like to see this person include a little bit more of their own explanation of these facts, but right now we're just talking about the citation, so we'll ignore that for now. So they have the information within the parentheses that they need. They put the punctuation on the outside after their parentheses. So if you see there's no period here, there's a period here. That's the way it's supposed to look. Now if you take a look here, sports concussion statistics, you go down to this person's works cited, which isn't perfect, sports concussion statistics. So whatever information is on the far left of your works cited, that's the information you need to include within the essay itself. Okay. This is an example of somebody who chose to introduce their source instead of putting in parentheses. Okay, this usually comes before the information. It doesn't have to, but it usually comes before the information that you're going to talk about or quote or paraphrase from that source. So this person said, according to OSHA's document, OSHA for law enforcement summary, employees, and then they continue on to cite a source or give information from that source. If I were to take this title, go down to this person's works cited, it's right there. Okay, it's the furthest to the left. Now, this person uses that same source again later on, and they very rightly give credit to that source again. In the same way, another worker safety rule from OSHA states, so it's letting the reader know, hey, I'm returning back to that source that I used earlier to provide this new information. Okay, so this is a very appropriate way to do it. Now let's take a look at a couple of mistakes that were made in our essays and see how they can be fixed and how we can improve upon them. Okay, this one was actually pretty good. Okay, we have our parenthetical citation right here, police dangers in quotations. We have our period after the parentheses. This is all looking good. The only problem with this is that that is the only citation in the whole essay. Okay? Whenever you use information from another source, you have to include some sort of in-text citation, whether it's a parenthetical citation or introducing the source. So just providing it one time is not enough. Now you can see where this would become a problem if you're continuing to use the same source over and over again. It's going to get repetitive to have this over and over again. That's why you need to include your own information, your own ideas in there. Okay, not only does it break up the flow to make things a little bit more interesting, but it's your essay, so it should be your ideas. It should be your thoughts about the ideas that you got from this source. So make sure that you include that. So this one would be good if it included citations for all of the information that they used. Okay. This one right here, very similarly, they actually had the last name of their author for this source right here, and they did a very good job of including a parenthetical citation for that. Okay. However, down here, they also have an author, but they include the whole name. Now, when it comes to parenthetical citation, especially from a web source, the only thing we need is that last name. Okay. Very, very simple. Now, if we were using a textbook, we would also want to include, or any kind of print book, anything with a page, we would also want to include the page number. Okay, so if we got this from page 15, we would want to include that in our in-text citation as well. So that was a very easy fix. In this one right here, this person included the information that they needed, but they messed with the font and they did not put it in parentheses. So we have our title, Physical Danger, here, but it's in italics and it's quotes. So I'm not sure if this is the title of the website, the title of a book, or an article. I'm not sure. The punctuation and font is just off. So I'm going to assume that it is the title of a article, in which case I'm going to get rid of the italics, I'm going to leave the quotes, and I'm going to put parentheses around it. So this is how it should look right here. And get rid of that period. Again, they do the exact same thing down here. They say pros and cons, which I'm assuming is the article. So we're going to make it not italics, put parentheses around it, and erase this period right here. Now when you're deciding which type of in-text citation you want to use, it doesn't really matter that much, but when you use the introducing the source type, it does a really good job of giving credibility to your argument, especially if you're using a really powerful source like from a doctor or a professional. Introducing, saying, hey, this information comes from a doctor, and this doctor says, okay, it's going to make people want to believe that a lot more, whereas a parenthetical citation, while still correct and still builds your credibility, is not as strong of a point. So you might want to use introducing the source for your stronger sources. The only problem is if you introduce the source too much, you can run the risk of your essay becoming really repetitive and really choppy if it's not done in the correct way. So that is something you might want to stray away from. So make sure you're using in-text citations, either parenthetical or introducing the source. Make sure that you are formatting it properly, and that whether you use parenthetical or introducing the source, the information you include is the same information from your works cited. Alright, good luck, have fun updating your in-text citations.